think some of you know me enough to know I'm a huge fan of the game growing up in it. And so for me, it's cool seeing a lot of the guys I grew up watching, admiring, and then getting to see a generation of players too that I had the chance to play with or against. So for me, it's exciting. It's being like a little kid out there with, and funny watching guys in the cage, and like I can see them. I'm like, that's Willie Randolph in slow motion. It's their old swing. Sorry, Willie, but I said that with everyone. Lee Mazzilli, yeah, that's Lee. That's Lee's swing right there in slow motion. So that's kind of neat to see, and I know I got in there in slow motion too. But that's pretty neat to see some of the characteristics that I identify with who the player was.
Mike.
Aaron, what was it like to hit that home run in BP, and do you envision Wakefield on the mound when you're swing up there?
I don't know the last time I hit, so it was nice to sneak one out of there. I could walk away saying, went deep again. I got another one under my belt. And then, I was kind of digging that a little bit, and then Marcus jumps in right behind me and hits one like 20 feet further. So it was fun, though, to get in there and take a couple hacks and realize how old and slow twitched you are now.
George.
Aaron, did you do you give any thought to pitching Sonny in the suspended game tomorrow?
No, we haven't talked about that at all. It's because then we'd be in a situation where we'd need another starter with no off days and things like that. And we're at the sixth inning in a tie game. We're basically in that high leverage spot where we would roll out our relievers in some way, shape, or form anyway. So it's a little interesting, kind of strategizing. Seeing what the Nats do today with their usage, and but no, we didn't give any thought to that.
Aaron, do you guys get a 26th man tomorrow
for the second game?
You get it for okay.
Yeah.
Dave, back to the left.
Aaron, I know you had appreciation of what it meant to be a Yankee and stuff before you took the job here, but now on a day like this, when you're the manager, do you have more of a respect for kind of the stewardship that you have, being the manager of the team and seeing all the great guys that came before you and championships that are kind of piled up on that field?
I don't know if it's more, because it was pretty strong for me and has been for a long, long time. I think it's just another reminder. It's you understand, what it means to put on the pinstripes and what a storied franchise it is. And again, to see so many of these great ex-players out here and enjoying themselves, hearing their stories, let them rant. It's just like guys getting back in the clubhouse, and they haven't missed a beat in a lot of ways. So I don't know if it's necessarily heightened or anything, but it's just another cool reminder of what it means to be in this organization.
Right here in the middle.
Aaron, one of the things that you hear guys say over and over on a day like today is what they miss, right? They miss the locker room, they miss the camaraderie, they miss the bus rides, the plane rides, so on and so forth. You kind of experiencing that now, still as a manager. So what is it on a day like today that you think about and you reflect on and you miss?
Yeah, it's a good question. I think one of the things, almost to a man that I've talked to that have played and retired, ultimately the thing you take away. Look, you remember a lot of wins and certainly a lot of the losses and some of your successes and failures, but ultimately you take away relationships, and it is like a family, and it's amazing how time can go off the clock, and people that you're so close with, like family with, and can almost, once you retire, in a lot of ways you go your separate ways, and you may not see somebody for 2-3 years or whatever, and it's amazing how you can jump right back into yesteryear, and like you've like your brothers, and you've seen each other every day since. So it's really neat to have these days. I think it's I'm sure it probably energizes a lot of guys, and guys certainly, I think, look forward to it.
Back to George to the right.
Gardner okay?
Guardy's okay. A little sore. Little sore this morning with his knee, and just with the day game after the night game and the trek we're on right now. Just decided to stay away from him today.
Eric, sorry.
Tanaka was out there throwing earlier. Just where is he at right now?
He's doing well. I don't think we have plans yet for him to get on the mound, but he's feeling better today. He's over his illness too that he had, and was there at the end of the game for us yesterday after doing all his work early in the morning. So he's doing a lot better, progressing. You know, obviously hamstring issues. You just gotta listen to it, and so we'll. I don't think we have any plans yet for when exactly he gets on the mound, but trying to keep his arm as in shape as possible right now is kind of the thing we're focusing on.
Okay. Yep, to the right.
Hey, Aaron, Jason Giambi was talking a little bit about a possible managerial future, and as somebody who played with him, but also a guy who came into this job with no prior experience, what kind of manager do you think he would make?
Really good. Really good. I mean, Jason's been someone that's been through a lot of stuff in this game, and you know, I believe when he was getting out of the game, or his last couple of years playing for Cleveland, I think the reputation he really started to build when he was now not an everyday player, obviously reserve player, and the kind of reputation he really developed within Cleveland's organization. As far as mentoring young players, really having a grasp. You hear them talk about all the time, just I think how taken aback they were at, how much he understood situations and just the clubhouse and the kind of leader he was in the clubhouse. I'm sure if it's something that he really wants to do, he'll probably have some opportunities to go interview for some things. Anyone else? Brandon?
Is there anything new on Jacoby?
No, he's in Tampa working, and saw a specialist this past week, but hopefully getting soon to ramping up back with baseball activities. Yeah, he's like SI. Yeah.